Yeah. What up? It's the man about town, Virgil Beard, aka Stacks with the Facts, and y'all know y'all tuned in to another episode of Real Talk Podcast. We don't need no music for this one because, you know what I'm saying, this is a special episode right here. I got, like, my childhood sister, cousin, from, like, our moms know each other since we was kids, since we was kids. We from the same neighborhood. So I'm just, without further ado, I'm going to just let her introduce herself to y'all.
Hello everyone, my name is LaVita Belcher, and as you know, me and Virgil, we grew up in Agla Green, AG, and I am the owner and operator of Desserts by Ophelia LLC. It is a baking company that I started in April of 2020, and I specialize in cookies, cakes, pies, any dessert you can think of. Hit me up. I'm on Facebook under LaVita Desserts by Ophelia.
Right.
And let me know what you want. I did a custom cake for Virgil.
Y'all seen it?
Lemon and strawberry crunch. It was a big hit. I've had 2 orders since then.
That's what's up, man.
And so I love baking. I'm a teacher by day, preschool teacher, special needs teacher by day, and a mom. And a wife, and I'm a baker too.
Right.
So what questions do you have for me?
I got questions for you. So the first question I want to ask is, like I said, I've been knowing you since we was kids, but I never knew this was something that you was very passionate about. So my first question is how did you get into baking, and how did you develop that passion for that?
Back when I was like 9 or 10 years old, I used to play in the kitchen with flour and syrup and butter and stir it in a pot. And as I became like a teenager, I learned how to make cookies, homemade. Mm-hmm. And then when I became an adult, everyone would ask me to make food for them.
Right.
And I used to have the party house for my family. They'd come over just to eat.
Okay.
But when COVID hit,
changed everything.
Everything stopped.
Right.
I stopped cooking for people. They stopped coming to my house. So then I said, why won't I start selling to them, my family members first? Right. That's how I got started. In April, I started selling to my family, and it took off. Then I went to Facebook. And almost a year later, I'm a full licensed baker, LLC, everything covered, professional, everything you can think of business-wise, I have lined up with my bakery.
That's what's up, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even though this whole COVID situation is tragic, and the way it's been tragic, it's also a blessing in disguise too. Now, so I was going to get to my next question. So that's way perfect. So, you being a teacher and all of that stuff, like with the whole COVID situation, like how was you able to basically get through the whole COVID situation and make your business into the lucrative situation it is now? Like, what was the motivation for that, and how did you go about doing that, if you don't mind sharing?
The motivation was I was going to do summer care for special needs.
Okay.
And I don't get paid over the summers because I opt out of stretch pay.
Okay.
So I said I need an income for the summer. I said, why won't I take this into the summer months where I can make this my income?
Right.
And so then I started adding more things to the menu and more items, food items, and then I was able to get paid all summer long. And that was my motivation, because I didn't have a summer job. I knew I had to make a bigger menu for it to take off.
Right. Okay, so that's what's up. Now, my next question is, with all of that, so what was like the biggest difficulty as far as like transferring it from a hobby and just to your family, and then transitioning to being on Facebook? Now you got people you don't even know calling you from cakes, probably from out of town, out of city, and everything. You know what I mean? So give me a little bit on how that's been for you, because I know it's probably been very trying and challenging.
Very. I have had a lot of out-of-town orders. I mean, people wanting to order. I'm not shipping yet because I'm still in the process of trying to find the right packaging. Right. The challenging things for me is when people contact me over and over again about an item or an order. Right. And it's just like, I don't bite. You know, I'm very professional, I'm very nice, very humble. Right. And I will not pressure you to, you know, buy something. I want you to buy it at your own terms. Right. But I get a lot of people that constantly ask and ask, And so then you ask, but you don't pay. And then I try to block out time for these people.
Right.
So I stopped doing that.
Right.
Now you have to pay a full 48 hours.
Flat out.
That way I know that you're serious and I can get your order to you whenever you need it.
Right, right.
So that's what I ran into a lot of people.
Like a logistics situation.
Yes.
Right.
So I need your payment so I can make your order.
Right.
And then that's how I became, more of a, okay, you pay me now and I'll have your desserts later.
Right.
So that helped a lot by putting up that 48-hour window for a payment.
Right, right. So you got to pay first. So I'll be telling people this all the time too. You running a business, especially an LLC, like out of your home or however you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, this is our main source of income. So if you want them services, we need a $25 lock-in fee, and that's just to lock it in. That's not including the price of the services or the product. So, y'all got to respect that, and I like that. I like how you was, that's why I asked that question, because I wanted to know that for myself, like, because I could see, because I remember when you first started posting, like, and you was just like, it was just Brandy, and it was Art, and it was Renee, and Shell, and them. I was like, oh, so they only hit, and people started hitting you up, like, I want some too. I'm like, I know her stuff is booming, and I know that's kind of a difficult thing for somebody. Like, I know just all these orders coming in, so I just want to know how you was able, because I see you figured it out somehow, some way. You figured it out, and that's what with the deposit and all of that, you figured out how the logistics situation. Now, my next question is, as far as like anything involved in the community, because I know you're a teacher and you or an advocate with helping out kids, special needs kids. So as far as with your baking, as far as the business goes, have you come up over the past year with any way you're involving your business with any work you may be doing in the community or outside of just baking?
Not yet, but and I don't brag a lot about what I do for the community because it's just something set on my heart.
Right.
But I have done tons of donations with my name attached to it in my business.
Right.
Especially around Christmas time, I donated to churches. I donated to homeless shelters.
Right.
And it could be a cash donation, food donation, or but I've done a lot of donations, and I also sponsored a lot of families for like Thanksgiving meals.
Right.
And I did a few meals for people as well.
Okay.
So that's something I don't do. I'm always involved in the community as far as the younger kids, elementary age.
Okay.
I've always gave out, and I still do give out resources about how to educate your young children, how to keep them busy, because I have 4 children of my own.
Right.
And I'm an early childhood educator, 23 years in the books. And so,
for that.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
And I know everything front and back. Thank you about early childhood education. I have an associate's degree. I was in school before COVID hit.
Right.
Working on a bachelor's and
COVID missed everything.
For social work.
Right.
So that's on hold for right now. But I'm very involved in the community.
Right. And this is what I always tell people, because I know people like Vita, they're real humble. Even when you watch your live videos, it's like she's real humble. She's just like, it's like you watching a Black Martha Stewart or something like that. She's just real humble. You just want to listen. Like, I want to know how to air fry chicken too. You know what I'm saying? But I like that humbleness. But I be telling y'all, when y'all doing stuff and y'all doing y'all's work and it's being impactful in a positive way, ain't nothing wrong with not so much as bragging, but ain't nothing wrong with shooting off your accolades and what you're doing, because that's how we get together. That's how we link up. People see this video, y'all get in contact with her, y'all got things going on in the community, and that's how we get things going. You know what I'm saying? So my next question is, what is the future for LaVita's? What's it called?
Desserts by Ophelia.
Yeah, Desserts by Ophelia. Who's Ophelia? Just answer that question. I'm going to get into that. What's the future?
The future for Desserts by Ophelia is to be able to rent a commercial kitchen.
Okay.
Because I'm working from home, and it's a nice sized kitchen, but the bakery part of it is taking up the whole kitchen. I mean, I have storage in the basement.
Right.
It's so much. So with COVID, I can't open up my doors as much as I want to sell hot foods.
Right.
But if I can get a commercial kitchen, I can sell hot desserts, hot foods, ice cream, milkshakes, all of that.
Right.
And so I would be able to make more money to pay the rent
right.
at a commercial kitchen.
Right.
And that's like if someone, let's say, someone at a barbershop with a kitchen. I can
Right.
rent it from them because they're not using it.
Okay.
And my license will carry with me. It would just need to be inspected.
Oh, okay.
You know,
That's what's up.
so I can go anywhere in the state of Ohio with my baker's license.
Oh, that's what's up.
So it will cover me, liability, things like that. It
Oh,
just needs to
okay.
be approved and inspected.
Right. Well, see, I notice a lot of people getting that too. So a lot of people doing the same thing you're doing, which is, I think, is a beautiful thing. Because I would much rather go to somebody I know and go get something to eat than to go to any fast food place, to be
Right.
real with you. And yeah, now that I like that right there. You know what I mean? Because when you licensed up, that makes everything legal and safe. So you ain't got, with the
Right.
whole COVID situation and all
Yes.
that. So if any of y'all know of any commercial kitchen retail space for lease, make sure y'all get at me, get at my peoples, and let them know, because we
Yes,
looking, we
for
got the
sure.
money, and we trying to expand. So
That's
get
right.
at her. Now my next question is, and I've been wondering this too, where did Ophelia come from?
Okay, so
'Cause I know a lot of people probably ask you that who don't know
they
you.
they do, and a lot of people don't know. Ophelia comes from my grandmother's name and my
Okay.
middle name. I was named after my grandmother, and so she was a baker, and she would sell her cakes to restaurants
Right.
back in the 80s and the 90s.
Oh, that's what's up.
So my dad owned a few restaurants, and my grandma sold all the cakes. All her cakes sold there were made by her.
Okay.
So I learned a lot of the dessert making from my grandma. I watched her in the kitchen growing up. Those aren't really her recipes, but I'm trying to get them to taste like hers.
Right, right.
So a lot of the pies,
possible.
as close as possible, and I have my family
And that cake
trying
too, I
it.
gotta say that.
Yes, thank you. But I get a lot of my inspiration comes from her. That's why I named it Desserts by Ophelia, because of my name and paying homage to my grandma.
And that's the main thing over here at Real Talk that I'm a strong advocate for. You already know, creating generational wealth
Yes.
and keeping that legacy going.
Yes.
I couldn't think of a better way to honor my ancestors by keeping the legacy they started going and being successful at it. So just let them know all your information that can get in contact with you
Yes.
at one more time. Make sure y'all hit her up and get at her. She's about to let y'all know.
Okay, my name is LaVita Belcher. My Facebook name is LaVita, L-A-V, as in Violet, I-T-A, Desserts by Ophelia, O-P-H-E-L-I-A. And I sell all types of desserts. You can hit me up, Messenger, Facebook. My phone number is 614-975-1865. And I do PayPal, Cash App, and Zelle. I do not take cash because of COVID and because of money exchanging. I like to keep track for taxes. So if it's electronical, it's easier for me to transfer it for taxes.
Right.
So hit me up if you guys want any desserts. I make them all. If not, I will make it for you.
So you already know what it is with me. You already know this has been another episode. I'm for real. This is an honor right here for real, because this is like my family right here.
For sure.
And you already know how to get in contact with me. Go to www.arealtalkmedia.com. You want to come on the podcast, you can hit me up at AYE Real Talk Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. And if you want to give me an email, hit me up at vberry2@yahoo.com. Hey.